Hey guys, it's Abby. I wanted to do this quick video before bed, and this is actually my first vlog, so yeah, I'm pretty nervous. But I just want to first start off by saying, yes, these are my real eyelashes. The reason I say that is because I get it many times. Wow, you've got really long eyelashes. Are they your real eyelashes? And I have to say each time, yes, they're my real eyelashes. So I'm glad we got that out of the way. But yeah, something really was like pressing on my heart, and I've really wanted to do this video for a while now, but not really had the courage to do so. I'm going to be talking about eating disorders. Yeah, big subject for my first vlog, but it's something that I hold dear to me, and it's something, yeah, off subject now, but I was on Facebook the other day and I'd seen a video on I don't know, she must be about 28, 29, talking about, I'm not going to go into detail, but she spoke about the pain that she'd been through, and how she wanted to talk about it and to help somebody else. This is kind of what I want to do in this, but I just want to start off by giving you a little bit of background. And basically, anorexia nervosa is one of the biggest mortality rates in eating disorders. A common mistake people make is that it's somebody who doesn't eat at all, which is one of the biggest lies. It's characterized by somebody who wants to keep their body weight extremely low, but that's not what it's all about. And I want to kind of talk to you about my journey in that. From about 8 years old, I suffered with eating disorders. I fluctuated in my weight. I've gone up and down. From about the age of 8, I started, I don't want to say hearing voices, but that's what it was like. It was, I heard things like, you're fat, you can't eat that, that's too much, if you eat that you're not going to be perfect, you're not perfect. I was constantly striving to hit that perfect, but in reality I won't ever reach that, because perfection isn't based on weight, which I've certainly started to realise that, and it's something that I want to I just want to help people, I suppose. And I've seen so many 14-year-old girls, 12-year-old girls, 8-year-old girls, 6-year-old girls talking about their weight, and I'm just like, you're beautiful. You know, I spent a lot of my years restricting, making myself sick was one of them. I look back now and I realise, you know, it didn't really help me at all health-wise. I'm still suffering from a lot of things. I now have food allergies. I can't have milk because I get sick. I'm allergic to wheat and gluten. I didn't help the matters. But yeah, I'm going to get back onto really I'll start when I was 8 years old. I started hearing things. My character changed. I was once a really, really, really happy little girl. But then it all changed, really. I started comparing myself to other girls at school. I was really sporty. I wanted to get everything right and became quite, perfectionistic. I wanted everything to be just a certain way. It wasn't, I can't really pinpoint anything exactly. It wasn't a certain point that I can be like, right, that's why I started to have an eating disorder. It just sort of happened over a period of a few years and gradually got worse. But if I started realising how many calories were in each food, I'd check all the foods on the back of the things before eating it. I didn't want to eat it if I didn't know how many calories were in it, and I suppose the biggest thing was trying to hide it from my parents. I didn't want them to know. I didn't want anyone to know. I became secretive. I hid food. I took my lunches to school and didn't eat it. I sometimes hide it, keep it away. My mum started finding food and I kept finding excuses as to why I hadn't eaten it. Little did they know that I wasn't eating it, really. And I began losing weight, and then a couple of years later, I'd gone through a lot of trauma over quite a lot of things. I was losing quite a lot of people in my life. I was falling out with people. My attitude had changed, my character. I was consumed by my eating disorder. And I really just want to say, girls and men out there, that if you're struggling with any form of eating disorder, that all I can say is it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. I spent from the age of 8 until about 2 years ago, I'm now 22, until about 2 years ago, where I couldn't see anything but my eating disorder. It was all about calories. It was all about what food I was eating. It was all about what I couldn't eat because I'd put on weight. I had no life. I had no friends. I felt really lonely. I couldn't socialise because I was constantly thinking, do they know? And if they did know, are they going to think that I'm weird? Because, yeah, as you can see, I'm finding it difficult to put it in order, and it might all seem jumbled up, but if it at least reaches one person, that will be absolutely amazing. But I'm going to talk about the characteristics. If you think that somebody in your family or any of your friends may have an eating disorder, then this might help you. Basically, when I was going through my worst with anorexia, which I got diagnosed with when I was about 16, and also bulimia. If someone is complaining of being cold all the time, someone who has great difficulty in socialising, someone who has fine hair on their body, usually because when you've got so little body weight and no fat on you, your body has to insulate itself and keep itself warm, so you start growing hairs on your body. The person becomes very malnutrition, can be pale in skin, has anemia, someone who's avoiding the social meal times, then alarm bells should start ringing. I couldn't eat in public places. I still find it difficult now. I'm a lot better than I was, and I don't struggle with an eating disorder anymore, but I still have occasional thoughts where I get the anxiety, which I'm dealing with now, and I'm really happy about that. I'm 23 this year, so I'm really excited to be celebrating that. I never thought I would be celebrating 23 years old, but here I am, and here I'm making these videos to hopefully help other people realise that there's more to life than an eating disorder. And yeah, I want to guess what to get out of this video, if anyone's watching it, is you can comment below, you can subscribe, you can ask me questions. I'd be very happy to answer any. I will be talking and making another video, which will go more into detail about things. I just wanted to outline it really in this video. But I will be talking more about the characteristics, recovery from an eating disorder, what hope there is for you, because there is hope. But yeah, I just wanted to say basically, I'd written while I was going through my worst, when I was in recovery, I wrote journals, I wrote my thoughts down on paper, but I'm just going to read a little bit of a passage out of one of them, and these were basically what the voices in my head were telling me. I suppose if any of you have gone through a similar thing, have gone through an eating disorder, you might have heard the same things. My voices were constantly telling me the same things over and over and over again, and yet I believed them. I believed it to be true, but now I know how to combat it, and I say the truth to myself, and I turn it on its head. But basically, I wrote down, and it was, who am I that I can be beautiful? Who am I that I can be great? Who am I that I will succeed? I can't do this because I'm not perfect. I'm not me. If only I could lose more weight, then maybe people would like me more. Common misconception. That one, as I read that now again, I think, how stupid does that sound? If I'm skinnier, people maybe will like me more. But you believe it. You actually believe that as well. And another one was, if I don't eat, I will be strong, and I just want to be skinny. I don't know why those thoughts were in my head, and I can't tell you really why it started. But all I can say is that they're just lies. It's not truth. And that there is a way out of an eating disorder. There is a life past an eating disorder. But yeah, as I said, I will talk a bit more about it, more in depth in another video. I just wanted to start this video as an introduction. It's a tough subject to start on, as it's my first vlog, and yeah, I'll love you and leave you, but please subscribe, comment, ask me questions, anything I'll be happy to say. But yeah, love you all, thank you.